Today, we're going to learn how to liquify a pattern, which is a lot of fun. We're going to do a black and white version, and then I'm going to show you how to do a gradation. The first thing, though, we have to do is we have to draw a striped document. So let's start at the beginning. Please open up Photoshop, and you're going to create a new document. New. What you want is a tabloid, which is 11 by 17. If you look on the right-hand side, you'll see the width is 11, the height is 17, and that should be in inches. And your resolution should be 300 ppi or pixels per inch. This is a very high resolution file, and I think as Temi Coker was saying with his tutorial earlier, this will make sure your lines are sharp and clear. You don't want fuzzy pixelated images. So when you have 11 by 17, hit create. It will look like this. You want to go to your selection tool, which is the dashed rectangle, and you're going to just draw a skinny rectangle like so. And then you're going to select the black paint. To do this, go down to your squares on the lower left of your tool palette, and whatever color is on top, in this case black, is going to be your color. You'll see there's a little tiny black and white square down there. So if you don't have black already selected, press the little black and white squares, make sure the black is on top. The top color is the color you paint with, and then go grab your paint bucket. If you don't see your paint bucket, it's because it's hidden under the gradient tool. So hold the gradient tool down, and then you'll find your paint bucket. Go up to your rectangle and click on it. It will fill in. Now we're going to copy and paste that line many, many times until we have a complete pattern. So to do that, go to your arrow tool, your move tool up here at the top of your tool menu. So you got your little tool change now, and hit Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Control C and Control V, and drag it down. If you continue to do this, you're going to see that you get more and more stripes. So just continue doing this until your entire page is filled with stripes. And you can kind of put them as close or as far apart as you want. The closer and the skinnier they are, the better your pattern will be. But if you don't know what to do, just kind of try and eyeball the same skinniness and size of mine. This takes a few minutes. To save time, when you get this, go ahead and pause the video and complete this step right now. When you are done, you need to compress all these layers. If you don't have your layers menu open, please go to your window and select layers. You want to make sure your layers menu is open. You'll see you have many, many, many layers when your drawing is complete. And yours should look completed like this. I'm just demonstrating, so mine's not quite complete yet. But you're going to have to compress all these layers. That's very important. So to compress all these layers, you're going to go to the layer drop down, and all the way at the bottom is flatten image. So press flatten image, and you're going to see all your layers disappear. Okay. So again, I've pre-done this one, but you'll see I only have one layer with all my stripes. So this is where the fun really begins. So now we're going to go up to filter. And you're going to select Liquify. So select Liquify. You are brought into sort of a new interface. The tool you want to use is this smudge tool. It looks like a finger kind of poking at something. That is your smudge tool. And you'll see you want to get your brush size up to about 1400. So look over here on the right where it says brush tool options. The size 1410 or 1400 is fine. And then and my pressure, by the way, I'll probably leave that around 50%. Okay, so when you have those selected, now when you press on your image, you're going to see really interesting things start happening. And I'm moving my mouse around into some patterns and circles and all sorts of things. So you're just kind of pushing and poking at the different areas to try and get something interesting to happen. Now, the next tool I want you to look at is the Swirl Tool. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4th tool down on the left, the Swirl Tool. And I'm going to select that. And again, your brush tool should be at about 1400 with a pressure of, well, in this case, the pressure's at 100. let's see what happens. You can always change the pressure for a different effect. But the swirl tool, when you start turning your mouse around, you're going to get these kind of neat circular shapes. And just have fun with it and see kind of what you create and get something really kind of crazy. And when you get something that's pretty crazy and you like the pattern, and you can switch back and forth between the push tool and the swirl tool. And if you want, you can change the size of your brush to see, you know, maybe it's going to do something different. But have fun with it and come up with a really interesting pattern. If you don't like your pattern, just hit cancel and try it again. If you do like your pattern, hit OK. Okay, so now we're brought back to our background. To the regular interface for Photoshop. You're going to save your file several times. Once is a black and white version, and then is a colored version. So the first time that you're going to save it as a black and white version, you want to go to File, Save As, Save on your computer, and then you're going to choose the format needs to be JPEG. It's very, very important that you save your file as a JPEG. I want you to name it black and white Liquify JPEG. All right, save that and hit OK. And you're going to upload that to your computer. Now we're going to make a colored version. Grab your magic wand, which is on the left, your magic wand tool, and you're going to press on a black area. And you should see all of the black area is selected. If it only selects one piece of the black area, it's because you've got this button up here where it says contiguous checked. Uncheck that and then try and select the black again, and it should select all of the black. You're now going to go to your paint palette, and I want you to select two colors. I want you to select a light color, hit OK, and then press the bottom square, and I want you to select a dark color, kind of the same shade. So I've selected, if you look over here in my squares, a light purple and a dark purple. Go up to your paint can tool, but this time pick gradient. So you can kind of see in the upper left, that's what your gradient's going to look like from light to dark. And then what you'll do is you'll just kind of drag it across your page, and you're going to see that you have a gradient color. And if you don't like it, hit Control-Z and try it a different direction. If you don't like it, try it again. You can start at any part in the page and just kind of pick the colors you like. And once you get something that you like, you're going to hit File, Save As, save on your computer. And you're also going to save this as a JPEG, but let's call this Color Liquify. Color Liquify. Oops. I guess it doesn't really matter if you spell it wrong, but you're going to save that also as a JPEG. If you have any questions, let me know.